So let me have a look at the questions that I have received for today. So we have somebody who wants to donate one of her torches to a holistic vet. And she asks, can Dr. McLaren's torch be used instead of acupuncture needles? In replacement of? For the most part, she does not see her patients every couple of days to repeat the points. It can be 2 weeks to a month or more, depending on the animal's health situation. Could it still be beneficial? She does farm animals, calves also, as well as small animals. I don't remember the number of seconds for the size of the animals, nor do I remember the 3 settings of light, with the third one being the strobe light. I don't remember what that light is used for. If you could give me that information, I could pass it on to her so she knows how to use it. She's very busy, and I don't know if she has much time to take any classes. I'm hoping she can make use of this, as this device is portable, which I don't think her one is. Any help you could offer in the way of information would be greatly appreciated. Of course I can do that. Of course I can do that. That's why I'm here, to answer questions. Now, what is important for you and for this holistic vet is that you would download in the first place the free ebook. I will share the link here under this video in the comments. The ebook, which right now we have it in English and in Dutch, the ebook will answer all the questions that you have right now. So that would be the easiest for you, but also the easiest for her to be able to look up whatever information she needs to have. But let me shortly also answer your questions here. Can Dr. McLaren's light be used instead of acupuncture needles? Yes, that is exactly why Dr. Brian McLaren invented this light and found out what light was needed, what strength was needed, what color was needed to be able to stimulate acupuncture points. So this is advanced photonic therapy, is like acupuncture without needles. You get the same result. It does go a lot quicker though, because with needles, well, sometimes, they stay in for minutes and sometimes up to 20 minutes. I've never seen that myself, but it could be. And with the torch, it's a question of seconds to get the same result. So yes, it can replace acupuncture needles. Yes, it goes a lot quicker than acupuncture needles. And yes, this is also something everybody can do themselves at home, because it is really important for you to repeat the sessions. If it's an acute situation, do it immediately, and then at night and the next morning, torch locally. Make sure to also do standard points and specific points of the problem that you just had. So let's imagine, it's the same example I always use, is I'm walking, I slip, I turn my ankle, and so I hurt my ankle. Well, if I don't do anything, by the time I get home, my ankle will have swollen up, my ankle will be very painful, maybe even become blue, and the next week or longer, I will be walking very carefully on that ankle, maybe even on a crutch or two. On the other hand, if I have my torch with me, what I always suggest you do is use it immediately. In that case, your ankle is not going to swell up like that. It's not going to become blue like without using the torch. And if it's not broken, within 10 minutes, you are going to be walking home fine and safely. What we do suggest that once you get home, then you also look up the specific points of your ankle, do those. And at night, you may be torching locally again. Maybe the next morning, you will give yourself one session and you are done. On the other hand, if you are having a chronic situation, then you really need to repeat these points again and again and again over a period of 4 to 6 weeks. So I would really advise you to do it, like Dr. Brian McLaren said, do it every 2 days for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Now, I saw the question here about, she doesn't, hold on, let me have a look where it was again. For the most part, she does not see her patients every couple of days to repeat the points. It can be 2 weeks to a month or more, depending on the animal's health situation. Could it still be beneficial? It will always be beneficial. But what you have to remember is the following. As I said before, the situation is different if you are talking about a chronic situation or an acute situation. In an acute situation, 1-2 sessions can be enough and it's over. But the longer that the problem has existed, the more sessions that you will need. So yes, if nothing is going on, if you are just doing health maintenance, once every 2 weeks is fine. Once every month could even be fine in some cases. But if it's a chronic situation, you need a lot more sessions. And you have to remember it like this. So when you are stimulating some acupuncture points, an easy way explained is you're giving the brain the task to take care of something that the brain has even forgotten. Because when something happens, when a problem happens, for some time, your body and brain is going to try to resolve the issue in the acute situation. And then when it's not able to resolve it at a certain moment, it's just going to accept it as if it's normal, as if it's, yeah, it is what it is. Now, by stimulating those acupuncture points, we are bringing a chronic situation back to an acute situation, inviting the body and brain to start healing again. And so, stimulation of acupuncture points gives signs to the brain for X amount of hours, and it is busy trying to make it better. But after a few days, the brain is going to log off again, and nothing is going to happen. So in other words, I always remember that example of a vet in Belgium. She says, I go and I give those acupuncture sessions with needles in the back in the time. I do them on the horses, and so the next morning the horse is better. The case of a horse who was chronically lame. And she says the next morning the horse is better, and the next day the horse is even better. And then after a week, that horse is lame again. And the people would call me and say, my horse was so good, and now he's lame again. What's going on? Well, it's simply that the body stopped, brain and body conjunction stopped working to get the body healed up, get the body back in balance. For that, you need more sessions. Now, she would say to the people, yes, but I should be coming back and do it again and again and again. And then the people say, I'm sorry, we don't have the money for that. We can't pay you to come every week to give my horse an acupuncture session. What she did then, she bought 3 red lights from me. And she would go once giving an acupuncture session and then renting the light out to those people for a month. She would, with a little bistoury, cut a little hair away from the points that those people needed to stimulate every 2 days. And in that case, she started the stimulation by giving her the session herself. And then those people, the owners, or those who take care of that horse, would continue the sessions with the result that the horse is getting better and better and better and better and better and better and better to get to be healed. Whenever healing is possible, of course. And that's the magic about this. You need to repeat the points to get to the healing that you're looking for. If I could compare that with Western medicine, let's think. Well, let's take antibiotics. Not about the antibiotics, but the regimen that they give. The doctor will tell you, you know what? Here is a pack of antibiotics or a prescription for the antibiotics. And for the next 7 days, you need to take one every 8 hours. Sure, those antibiotics are doing something in your body. And you need to take them for the next 7 days to get the result we want. for you to heal up. Now, okay, you start taking those antibiotics. First day, okay, second day, you're feeling better. Third day, you're feeling better. You say, you know what? I don't need them anymore. And you stop taking those antibiotics after 3 days, while you should have been doing 7. What do you think is going to happen? You're not going to be healing up the way you are supposed to if you would have done it for 7 days. So, yes, every advanced photonic therapy session is beneficial. Every single one. But it's always helping your body. It's always helping your brain. It's always helping your muscles, your organs. It's always helping your neurological system, your emotions. You are, though, going to get a lot better results if you follow the structure that needs to be followed. And it's as simple as that. Sometimes 1 or 2 sessions will be enough, but sometimes you need a lot more sessions when it's a chronic situation. I always see it like this. The longer you've had the condition, or the longer the animal has had the condition, the more sessions will be needed. I've had dogs, rescue dogs, you know, I save animals. I've had rescue dogs with spondylosis who were fine after 3 sessions. And I did not have to repeat those points. I've had other dogs who have needed it for a much longer time because they had it a lot longer. That also depends at what age I saved them. If you remember Boomer, I mean, he was probably already 8 or 9 when I saved him. He already had serious kidney damage. He had leishmaniosis. He had Ehrlichia. He had lost an eye. He was operated for a tumor. He was operated for, I think it was a cruciate ligament completely torn. The boy had a life before I even saved him. So he needed a lot more sessions than Jack here, who I have here, who I saved when he was a puppy, together with his 10 brothers and sisters and his mom. So it all depends on the situation. And we don't know that in advance. So anyways, what I can give as an advice to all of you, if you only have one torch pen, never ever give it away. If you have 2, I would say give 1 to your mom or dad or children or grandparents. If you have more, give them to whoever you want to. But make sure to always have 1 and always carry 1 with you. Because it's not because today you and your animals are fine that you don't need a torch anymore. Remember, in Chinese medicine, we always want to work in the first place for prevention. So we want to do the standard points regularly to make sure our ATP system, adenosine triphosphate system of our body, the way the machine, the energy machine that makes our wholeness work, we want to make sure that it always has all the energy it needs for the day. You want to be avoiding a problem. You want to be avoiding sickness. But on the other hand, if something would happen, then at least your body and system has enough strength, energy, and a strong immune system to be able to repair whatever has gone wrong. Well, I think that's it for today. I will see you again on Sunday, 6 p.m. live on YouTube. Bye-bye.